I guess it's under exciting episode of Animals. I'm here to give you guys a movie review, which is called The Last Samurai, starring Tom Cruise, basically played in this movie, and very, 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 very beautiful movie, very, very beautiful. The first thing I want to talk about is this basically this movie. I want to start by talking about Tom Cruise basically playing in this movie, and The Last Samurai, and this movie is bittersweet. It's good. It's inspiring, and it really actually is. And just to see the way this movie really actually is what Tom Cruise plays as one of the last samurais or something like that, basically in this time of era. I think it was like night. No, I think it was like 1897, so on or something like that. Because I remember that Ikashura, whatever his name is, it starts with a K. I can't pronounce his name really that much. He's basically kind of like the warlord over his people, or I wouldn't say like president or anything like that, or uh, it's hard to say. He's basically the leader. It's kind of like being president or something like that, or more to it than that. I want to say that this movie is very ambitious. It's a very 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 ambitious movie. It really actually is. And learning that that what the leader of the guy of the samurais that they've been doing this for traditions as samurais for 900 years. That's a long long time. That's kind of like going into like the Dynasty area or something like that. I believe so. And I'm not saying I'm not. It's kind of similar. It's kind of similar, like kind of like you're playing a game from Dynasty Warriors and stuff like that. Uh, it's kind of complicated between different from Dynasty Wars and basically into this movie also as well too, because this is something this is something that basically made and stuff like that. Even though we all know what Dynasty Warriors really actually is, and learning about each and every different character that I wouldn't say exists in that timeline, but not until basically in this movie. But it's definitely a lot more different from game to fiction basically of the movie. But I would say it's not really necessarily like a fiction kind of movie. But I definitely would say is that these are the kind of traditions stuff like that they basically do for basically coming in this movie. I really want to say here is that, and I'm just gonna say it right now. This movie, I know some people are probably gonna disagree with me, but I know some people probably would. But I mean no disrespect or anything like that. But I believe The Last Samurai, basically, in my opinion, is that I think this movie was one of the top best films that Tom Cruise ever made since Top Gun. Since Top Gun, I think it's a lot better than Top Gun. That's my opinion. That's my opinion basically going on from seeing in this movie and stuff like that. I don't know how Tom Cruise has done this for this movie, for the acting, the well that he played for, just based off the Last Samurai and stuff like that. I mean, he did it so beautiful, so perfect, and just kind of like it takes your breath away just seeing like how he's like adapting in this new society, or I would say modern society, because that these people existed for 900 years basically in Japan and stuff like that. I don't think I don't think the samurais are not really gone. I don't think they really are not. I really don't think so. But some people were probably will say this is the end of the last of the samurais. I don't agree. I don't agree to that. I think there's still more people basically out there, probably in Japan, but probably in Japan. Now, I could be right. I could be wrong. I really do not know. I really do not know. But I will say, based on the last samurai, based going in based on this movie, is a traditional kind of thing that the people over in Japan they take these teachings and stuff like that they take it pretty seriously, and they really really do. And the reason why I'm saying that, because this is part of their heritage and stuff like that. This is what they were supposed to do, and stuff like that. And even though I definitely would say, like, when people like go to school or something like that, or basically in Japan or something like that I think they do learn this kind of stuff and stuff. And I just want people to really just basically just really to know and stuff like that, because this is who they are. Even though at the ending of the movie, which I will definitely get into that here in a few minutes or so, because he said that because of what with the treaty and stuff like that, and basically the emperor just said, and just said, like, said that, no, we can't, you may not. we cannot betray ourselves because who we really even are. This is who we are. This is what we are, and stuff like that. And you can just tell, like you actually sometimes we already talked about the ending. But let's just talk about the ending. But I like the fact where Tom Cruise he comes in, he bows down to the emperor and stuff like that, and just to see what he really actually did, that it is come as no remorse because basically some of the things that he did and stuff like that. But even though he honored the emperor by having the sword from the leader, the guy, the leader from the samurai, offered him the sword and stuff like that. Oh, like it's a traditional base of the sword. But even though when the emperor took a pawn of that sword and he looks at it, and he looks at it, you can see like Tom Cruise is just like unwrapping like a Christmas present or something like that. Based on the sword, you could just tell the emperor just picking up the sword, and you could just tell how much not only means to him, but how much it means for his people, because he said that we cannot forget who we even are. We cannot forget that. We cannot really forget that at all. And I definitely do agree with that. Sometimes basically in my nation, basically in the United States, so we have our own traditions and stuff like that. Our traditions and stuff like that are not similar to Japan or any other different countries or anything like that. And basically stuff. And we see a lot of people come here and there and stuff like that. Basically, just basically just come from all different countries and stuff like that. But I personally want to say this also as well too, is that by holding that sword from one of the guys who died, the leader of the samurai, it's basically because to me is something that they tradition very very seriously. They take this stuff very very seriously because it's something from their ancestors, based on what happened and stuff like that. And I still think there's probably some people maybe around, probably are samurai. I don't think the samurais are not really basically in there or anything like that. I'm assuming there probably there's still more people that lived from the 900 years ago and probably in today's society. I could be right, I could be wrong. I really do not know, but I basically definitely this and stuff like that, and especially with the whole peace treaty and stuff like that between Japan and the United States. And the United States, you might offer them like modern weapons like cannons and Gatling gun or something like that. And stuff like that, and because they wanted to use those weapons. But even though the emperor, like I said before, when he was holding that sword, he was holding that sword, blatantly just said that basically just said we cannot forget who we really are. I know I'm sounding like I'm repeating myself. That's repeating myself, so I do apologize for that. But I mean, it's definitely it's a good film. It's beautiful. It's perfect. Well done acting by Tom Cruise, and I still think, like I said before, basically in my opinion, I think this movie is a lot better than Top Gun. That's my opinion. I know some people will disagree with me on that, but the reason why I like this movie is it's just something that this is a completely different situation from a movie I never seen Tom Cruise ever play before. And one thing I really do want to say also well too is that where Tom Cruise he gets emotional and stuff like that, like he was like bowing down to the emperor and stuff like that. And you could just tell about his eyes were, he was about to cry and stuff like that. And right there, I'd never seen Tom Cruise really cry, basically in movies and stuff like that. And I think I have seen some of it when it comes to Top Gun and stuff like that, because like the loss of Goose and stuff like that, his best friend and stuff like that. And I totally do understand. I totally do understand it. But even though I know that's one of his best movies he ever played in, but I still go back, based from this movie, from what I'm seeing here, to be honest with you guys, I love this movie. It's beautiful, it's good, and it has such a great tradition based for this movie. And if I want to give you a rating for this movie, 10 out of 10. I just love it. I think people should go basically should just go and watch this movie, because it does hold a lot of things that definitely I've seen from this movie, and it really actually is. So yeah. Anyways, do you guys what do you guys think about the movie? You guys think it was good? You guys think it was bad? Uh, like I said, I think you guys should go and check it out. I think something that you guys will like. But yeah, anyways, this is Underx, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you get a wonderful day. Don't forget to give me a like on my video or give me a thumbs down. I'm better than me. Leave your comments below. And yeah, anyways, this is Anowix. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you get one day. Take care. God bless. Remember Jesus. I love you guys. Please stay safe and remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.